Hi everyone, it's Lindsay from the Longmeadow Adult Center. I'm just trying to help you simplify for tomorrow. You may have heard that effective starting tomorrow, February 18th, Governor Baker has opened the phase to include individuals who are 65 and older, and also individuals who have 2 or more specific medical conditions, which I'll read, and residents and staff of public and private low income and affordable senior housing. Those groups are now eligible to receive the vaccine. The comorbidities include cancer, chronic kidney disease, COPD, Down syndrome, heart conditions, immunocompromised, obesity, pregnancy, sickle cell disease, smoking, type 2 diabetes, and asthma. So that is with 2 or more specific comorbidities. You can't make this appointment until tomorrow. It opens tomorrow because you have to attest that you're part of this group, and there's no option for that in the drop-down menu yet. If they follow the same style as the previous phases, it'll be around 8 or 9 in the morning where the appointments will open. Some people are asking, should I wake up at midnight? If you happen to be up, you might as well check, but most likely it'll be in the morning, like 9 or 10. Let's see, some tips. The site doesn't hold your slot while you're making the appointment. So if there's something with 3 appointments left while you're entering your data, someone else might be taking those appointments. And so you get to the end and it says we don't have an appointment. So your best luck is to pick one that has 20 to 30 slots, and then you might have luck at the end. Let's see, you don't have to have a photo of your insurance card when it says you can upload your insurance card. So you just click, I don't have the physical card, and you can type in the information. You'll need the member ID number, group number if you have it, and health insurance company name. The Greenwood supply has been diverted to pharmacies. So we don't want you to count on Greenwood at this point. We'll let you know if anything changes. But as of right now, we don't have supply. So I know a lot of people would prefer to come to the senior center, and we agree, and you're not alone, but we have no promise for a supply. So the people who did get their first dose with us, there was a small group, and they are promised their second dose. There is a VaxFinder site that you can go to mass.gov, find your appointment, and then type in your zip code to see some other sites. So it's Eastfield is the biggest one. CVS, there's 3 locations in Western Mass. There's Springfield, I think 2 in Springfield and 1 in Palmer. Those have been going quickly. And then Big Y, I know, is doing, at last I heard, was about 40 a day. And they were, you have to sign up online through their site, and they were doing it, I believe, in East Longmeadow. If you need help booking your appointment, you can call 211 for assistance. You may have to wait a little bit. We are going to have a hotline hopefully by next week. That number is 413-588-5010. It's not live yet, so it won't work just yet. Also, Hampden County's Sheriff's Department, they're open from 8 to 3. They're helping with appointments. They're 413-278-5584. And if you don't have internet, a computer, or a cell phone, those are people that can help you. If you're booking for your spouse or caregiver, you want to book together, you have to do it one at a time. So start with one, get all the way through, and then start again and pick the time that's as close as possible. Lastly, we know that you've heard variable feedback on Eastfield, but they've made some big changes. So there's longer walking, but more waiting inside rather than outside. There are plenty of wheelchairs available. They increased the number of wheelchairs. Park in lot 8A, that's the closest lot. And it's in the old Macy's building, which is right next to Old Navy. And we've heard that there's better signage now than previously. And I'm going to attempt to show you how to go through the Curative website. So the upcoming video about how to make appointments, that was made for the 75 plus crew. So some of it is not pertinent, but you'll just drop down to the menu of 65 plus instead, or I'm assuming there's going to be an option for the 2 comorbidities. So there are other locations right now. I'm going to go through for Eastfield, okay? So I'm going to click that link. And these on the left side here will show the appointments available. So if I said, oh, today, February 5th works for me, there's one slot available, it doesn't hold that slot while you're working on all the information. So I would suggest you do not do that, because by the time you enter everything, it's going to say, we're sorry, there's no appointment. So I would go to one down here. There's 997 appointments on Tuesday, or over 2,000 on Thursday. So I would say, let's go Thursday the 11th. Again, same thing. If there's under 20 slots on a certain time, I wouldn't pick it, because by the time you're done with all the information, it could be gone. As of when I was signing people up. So maybe they changed it, or maybe they will change it where it holds your spot. But as far as I know, it doesn't hold your spot. So I would pick a big number. So let's say I pick 9 a.m. This is the Pfizer vaccine at Eastfield. So something to note is you have to get definitely the same company. So Pfizer first and second doses, or Moderna first and second doses. And as far as I know, you do need to get your second dose at the same location as your first one, because it has to do with inventory and the reporting and how many doses they are getting. So that's as far as I know. Continue. So are you in these priority groups? So if you are over 75, that's the one you're choosing. You're attesting that, yes, that's you. These are some questions. They are supposed to double check these answers with you when you arrive. So answer as best you can. Are you feeling sick today? Have you ever received a dose of COVID vaccine? Have you ever had a severe allergic reaction to something? Severe allergic reaction to a vaccine, COVID vaccine, other vaccine. Have you received passive antibody therapy? Have you received another vaccine in the last 14 days? Have you had a positive COVID test, or has a doctor told you had COVID? Do you have a weakened immune system for any reason? Do you have a bleeding disorder or take a blood thinner? Pregnant or breastfeeding? Continue. Now they're going to ask you a few more questions. You're going to continue. If you've made an appointment with Curative in the past, you'll be able to skip this. So this is if you're making your second dose appointment. So, I'm going to say no, because this is the first appointment I'm making for somebody. Okay, so the easiest way, in my opinion, is to verify by text. So if you have a cell phone that you can receive text messages, or if you have a child or friend that can do this for you, or neighbor, that would be ideal. So verify by text. So a person can do this over the phone with you, and we just have to put in your cell. Okay, in effort to not share my cell phone number with the world, I clipped that part out, but basically you will get a text from the number you give, or on the number you give, and it'll be a 6-digit code. I think it does say from Curative. So it takes, less than a minute to come through. It's a 6-digit number that they want you to enter right there, just to verify your contact information. If you do an email instead, you'll get a link in there to continue that way. I've just found that the text to me seems a little easier. Let's see. Okay. Address. Let's do this. Here we go. Okay, so I'm entering my address. What's your email? I'll put this in. This is the email where your confirmation will go. If you don't have access to email, I guess you're able to go forward. Before you weren't, but now you can go forward without an email. That's great. Your gender, your race, your ethnicity, Hispanic, not Hispanic, or prefer not to share. I'm signing that this is all accurate as far as I know. Okay, so if you do not have health insurance, that's okay. But if you do, you can go through that. So do you have health insurance? Yes. The easiest thing to do, if you're not that savvy with taking photos and uploading, you can say, I do not have my insurance card. So that's the crucial part. I'm gonna, well, let's keep going. Okay, here you can enter your health insurance company. If you can't find yours, say I can't find my provider, and you can type it in on your own. Type in the number, type in the group number. You can say who's the policy holder. Again, you're signing that this is the best of your knowledge. They're going to confirm all your information with you. Once you hit confirm and book, you're going to get a confirmation in your email with a QR code, which is like a, show you what that looks like so you know. This is a QR code. So something like this where they can scan it. If you do not have a printer, just write down the appointment number on a piece of paper so you have it. And when you go to Eastfield, that is what you will give them. In terms of parking and any other information, okay, we've heard that parking in 8A is the best lot to park in. We've heard all different feedback. Some people are in and out, and some people had to wait a little bit. There is some walking, so you are allowed to bring a caregiver if you need one. You do have to wait 15 to 30 minutes after your shot to be observed, depending on any reactions you've had in the past. And anything else. Feel free to email me, lgill@longmeadow.org. There are some numbers now. Let me get GSSSI. GSSSI has offered to help people make appointments if this feels overwhelming for you. Their number is 413-781-8800. And there may be some other options of people helping making appointments. We can help at the center. Of course, we're getting phone calls all day long, so that might not be your fastest option, but we can certainly help you. Okay, we hope you're well. Hang in there and let us know if we can help, okay? Okay, and then last thing for your second dose appointment. At this point, I think they still are sending you a link. It's so sunny. They're sending you a link after your first appointment. I know a lot of those have been going to junk and spam mail, but it might come a few days later if you don't get it right away. The initial appointments, they didn't always get the link. I know there were some issues, but that should be fixed by now. So you should be getting a link to make your second appointment within a few days. And at that point, when it says, have you booked with us before? You say yes, so that the rest of your information populates and they know that you're getting your second dose. That's all for now. Good luck.